I remember the day the desert sun beat down on that cracked asphalt parking lot in Reno, Nevada, like it was judging us all. I'd driven up from my quiet office in Carson City, the kind of place where the Sierra Nevada mountains loom in the distance, reminding you that life's bigger than any one person's ego. At 52, I'd traded my high-rise corporate life in Seattle for this, repossessions under the wide western sky, where the air smells like sagebrush and second chances. But that morning, it wasn't about chances. It was about consequences. His name was Alex Rivera, though he went by Alex Blaze online, a 22-year-old kid with a following that could fill a stadium, all built on flashy videos from behind the wheel of his leased BMW M4. Arctic blue, custom rims, the works. He'd parked it crooked in the lot outside a trendy coffee shop, phone mounted on a gimbal, live streaming to thousands about his grind and hustle, gold chain glinting, fresh sneakers, the whole package screaming, "Look at me." He didn't see me coming, didn't notice the Dominion recovery patch on my jacket or my team, Sarah and Mike, positioning themselves quietly by the fence. He tossed a coffee-stained napkin at my feet, smirking into the camera. "Hey, lady, pick that up. This spot's for winners." His voice carried that cocky drawl, playing to the chat flooding with laughing emojis. I didn't bend down, didn't even glance at the napkin. Instead, I met his eyes, steady as the mountains. "You Alex Rivera? Leaseholder on VIN WBA4J3C56KBM12345. That stopped him cold. The smirk faltered, just for a split second. "What? Who the hell are you?" Sarah moved to the passenger door without a word, checking the interior. Mike radioed in the plate confirmation. The live chat exploded, question marks, fire icons, the works. Alex laughed, but it came out shaky. "This some kind of prank? I pay my bills." "Okay, back off." I handed him the court order, crisp and official. "Actually, you've missed 3 payments. The bank handed this over to us at Dominion. And, per Section 8.2 of your lease, using the vehicle for commercial content without disclosure voids the agreement. Every stream you've done, that's a breach." He stared at the paper like it was written in a foreign language. "You're joking." "This is my ride, my brand." The tow truck rumbled in from the side street, hydraulics humming smoothly. Alex stepped back, phone still rolling. "Dad's gonna hear about this." "You can't just..." But Sarah was already in the driver's seat, keys in hand from the quick duplicate we'd prepped legally. Mike unplugged the phone mount, ending the stream mid-sentence. The kid lunged forward. "That's mine." "No," I said calmly. "It's an asset now. You can contest it in court. But right now, we're enforcing." The neighbors watching from their apartment balconies, folks in jeans and cowboy boots, sipping iced tea, started murmuring. One guy even chuckled. Alex's face twisted, red under the tan. "You people are vultures. Ruining lives for what? A paycheck." I shook my head. "We're just the messengers. You signed the dotted line." As the truck lifted the BMW, tires dangling like a defeated dream, Alex deflated. No more bluster. Just a young man watching his world tilt. I didn't gloat. I'd been there once. In my own way. Back in Seattle. I'd climbed the corporate ladder in tech sales, pitching algorithms to faceless boards, smiling through burnout until my marriage crumbled and my health followed. Divorce left me with enough to start over. I headed west, to the open spaces where you can breathe, and bought into Dominion quietly through a trust. Rewrote their protocols from the shadows, asset tracking, legal escalations, all streamlined. But I craved the field, the realness of it. Certified myself. Did ride-alongs in the rain-slicked valleys. This job, it grounded me. Alex watched the car go. Shoulders slumped. What am I supposed to do now? His voice cracked. Raw. I paused, clipboard in hand. Part of me saw the kid behind the facade, the one chasing validation in a digital desert. But rules are rules. Get a lawyer. Read your contracts next time. We drove off, leaving him in the dust. That night, back in my modest ranch house overlooking the Truckee River, I couldn't shake it. The viral clip, neighbors had filmed it, posted it everywhere, hit my inbox by a friend. Woman repos influencer's car live. Epic takedown. Comments poured in. She owned him. But I didn't feel like a hero. Just tired. I'd built Dominion systems to be fair, not punitive. Missed payments happen. Life hits hard out here in the West, where jobs dry up like summer creeks. But Alex? He'd flaunted it. Ignored warnings. Still, his face haunted me. The next morning, my phone buzzed. Douglas Harlan, Dominion's founder, calling from the main office in Vegas. Emily, that clip's everywhere. You handled it like a pro. I tensed. It was by the book. Doug. Clause 8.2 clear as day. He laughed. Warm like a desert sunset. I know. But heads up, board wants you in oversight. Your tweaks have cut disputes by 30%. Time to step up. I exhaled. No more hiding. All right. I'll prep the transfer docs. Hanging up, I felt a shift. Not revenge, but reclamation. The buzz from the repo clipped and fade. It amplified, echoing across social media like a wildfire in the dry Nevada brush. By the next day, it had racked up millions of views, with memes popping up, my stoic face photoshopped onto cowboys. Captioned, "The Repo Ranger." I ignored it all, focusing on the stack of cases in my home office, where the window framed the jagged peaks of the Sierras. But Alex? He was unraveling publicly. His accounts lit up with rants. They stole my dream. Big core crushing the little guy. Followers split. Some defended him. Others called him out for the missed payments they'd sleuthed from public records. Sponsors bailed quietly, citing brand misalignment. His landlord in that flashy Reno condo served notice for noise complaints, the kind that come from late-night streams blasting through thin walls. Out west, where space is plenty but patience is short, folks don't tolerate show-offs long. I drove to the Vegas headquarters that week, the highway stretching like a promise under the relentless sun. Dominion's building was no frills, a squat structure off the strip. More warehouse than office, smelling of coffee and engine oil. Doug greeted me with a firm handshake. Emily Stone. Welcome to the boardroom.
No fanfare.
Just a nod to my trust-silent stake. We reviewed protocols I'd quietly overhauled, GPS trackers compliant with California privacy laws since we operated cross-state. Escalation notices via certified mail and email, all to avoid lawsuits. Your system's bulletproof, Doug said. That kid's case? Textbook. But as we dug into the auction prep for the BMW, something nagged. Alex's file showed more than delinquency, sketchy LLC for his brand, no taxes filed on ad revenue. Legal? Sure. But humane? I'd fled corporate Seattle to escape soul-crushing grinds, not create them. What if we give him a shot at buying it back? I asked. Doug raised an eyebrow. Policy says auction. But your call now. Back home. I scrolled his profiles, not to gloat, but to understand. Videos of him as a teen in a dusty Arizona town, dreaming big, escaping a rough home. Depth there, buried under the bling. His latest post, a shaky selfie. Eyes red. Lost everything. Starting over. Comments mixed hate. Pity. A few offers of help. That's when his message hit my DMs. Late night. From a burner account. Hey. It's Alex.
Can we talk?
I messed up bad.
No excuses.
Just raw. I stared at the screen. The river murmuring outside. Revenge felt hollow. Maybe guidance was the real power. We met at a roadside diner off I-80. The kind with vinyl booths and bottomless coffee. Mountains shadowing the lot. He showed up in faded jeans. No chain. Looking like any kid from the West, sunburned. Uncertain. MS. Stone.
I'm
sorry for the napkin thing. And everything. His voice trembled. Hands fidgeting. I thought I was invincible.
You know?
Borrowed money. Faked the life. I sipped my coffee, letting silence settle like dust. Contracts aren't jokes. Alex. Out here. Your word's your bond, like a handshake in ranch country. He nodded. Eyes down. I ignored the notices. Thought followers meant something.
Now?
Evicted. Broke. A tear escaped. He swiped it away. We talked for hours. His dad was a mechanic in Phoenix. Mom gone early. He'd chased fame to fill the void. Leasing the car on credit. Streaming for validation. I breached everything, he admitted. Legal clarity hit him hard. We walked through the UCC Article 9. How repos work in Nevada. No force unless resisted. You had rights, I said. File a dispute. But read the fine print next time. He leaned forward. Can I get it back? I paused. Auction set.
But
I'll see about a buyback option. Lowball bid. If you scrape together funds. His eyes lit. Really? Why help? Because life's not about crushing dreams. It's about rebuilding stronger. Lesson learned. He nodded vigorously.
Yeah.
Humility's the real flex. Driving home, I called Doug. Delay the auction. Let's offer him first refusal, at cost. Menos fees. Doug chuckled. Going soft. Nah, I said. Just humane. Alex scraped cash from odd jobs, detailing cars. Ironically, and family loans. We met again at the impound yard. Sun glinting off the BMW. Here, I said, handing keys after he signed a clean agreement. No more breaches. He grinned.
Genuine.
Thanks, Emily. You're like the mom I needed, tough but fair. As he drove off carefully, I felt lighter. Not revenge, but redemption. The West teaches that vast spaces for growth. The weeks blurred into that golden haze of late summer in the western states, where the heat waves dance off the highways like mirages promising change. Alex's buyback made ripples at Dominion. Some agents grumbled about going easy, but Doug backed me. Emily's call sets precedent. Enforcement with empathy. We updated protocols, adding mediation options for first-time offenders, compliant with state laws from California to Wyoming. It felt right, aligning justice with humanity. But Alex's story wasn't over. His stream shifted, no more flaunts. Just raw talks, how I lost it all and clawed back. Viewers responded. His following dipped then steadied. More authentic. He messaged me updates, paid first installment. Reading every contract now. I smiled, replying sparingly. Good. Stay grounded. My own life evolved. Board meetings in Vegas became routine, but I insisted on field work, repos in remote towns, where dusty pickups replaced sports cars. One case, a rancher in Idaho, missed tractor payments after drought. We mediated. He kept it. Paid phased. Thanks, ma'am, he said.
Hot tippet.
Depth in his eyes, loss etched like canyon walls. Yet shadows lingered. Alex's old sponsors circled back warily. But he vetted them. No shady deals, he told me over coffee in Reno. We met monthly now. Mentor-like. You fled corporate hell? He asked once. I nodded. Burnout. Divorce. West called open roads. Fresh starts. He shared more, abusive home. Fame as escape. Thought money fixed it. Wrong.
Dialogue flottant.
Dramatic. What if I screw up again? He whispered. You won't, I said firmly. You've got the tools now. Emotions ran deep. His fear. My resolve. No fluff, just real. One evening, as sunset painted the Sierras pink, my ex-husband called. Saw your clip. Impressive. Bitter edge. Thanks, I said coolly. Built something real here. He paused. Miss the old life?
No.
This is mine. Alex's big test came. A sponsor offered big bucks for a luxury life series. But it means faking again, he confessed. Turn it down, I advised. Build honest. He did. Tension palpable in his voice. Feels scary. Growth always is. The humane shift at Dominion paid off. Fewer disputes. Better rep. Doug promoted me fully. Operational director. No aliases. Emily Stone. Out front. Alex thrived. Collaborating with locals on content about Western grit, ranch life.
Survival tips.
Your lesson stuck, he said.
Light.
But profound. Humility opens doors, arrogance slams. Fall winds swept through the valleys, carrying the scent of pine and possibility. Dominion hummed with new energy. My mediation program rolled out, training agents in de-escalation, rooted in Western values of fair play. Like settling land disputes in the old days, Doug quipped. Cases resolved faster. Legally sound under UCC and state regs. Alex's arc deepened our bond. He visited my ranch, helping with chores, mending fences. Literally. This grounds me, he admitted.
Sweat-streaked.
Dialogues turned introspective. Why'd you help me? Emily? I was a jerk. I paused, hammer in hand. Because I saw potential. And I've been broken too. Corporate wars left scars. His eyes softened. Dad never said stuff like that. Tension built when his past caught up. A lawsuit from a jilted sponsor. Claiming breach. They want everything, he panicked over the phone. Breathe, I said. We'll fight smart. I connected him with a pro bono lawyer from our network. Versed in Nevada contract law. Court day in Reno. Alex testified. Voice steady. I learned disclose. Pay up. We won. Judge praised his turnaround. Emotions peaked post-verdict. Tears in the hallway. You saved me again.
No, I kunde.
You saved yourself. Drama without excess, raw. Relatable. My personal reckoning came via a board challenge. A VP pushed aggressive repos. Profits first. In the meeting,
I stood firm.
Humanity boosts long-term. We've cut losses 25%. Debate heated. But data won. Victory felt earned, like taming a wild Mustang. Alex's content evolved, a series on financial literacy, featuring me anonymously. Meet the woman who taught me contracts matter. Views soared. Humane message spreading. One crisp morning, as Frost kissed the sage, he proposed a joint venture, workshops for young creators on legal pitfalls. Your expertise, my reach. I agreed. Let's make it count. The lesson echoed lightly. In the vast West, Revenge fades, redemption endures. Winter blanketed the Sierras in snow, transforming the landscape into a quiet canvas of reflection. Dominion's year-end review glowed. My changes had humanized ops without sacrificing edge. Emily, you've redefined us, Doug said, raising a toast in the Vegas office, strip lights twinkling below. Alex's workshops launched in Phoenix, drawing crowds of aspiring influencers. Read the fine print, he preached, sharing his story with vulnerability. I lost my car live, humbling as hell. Attendees nodded, eyes wide. Our sessions blended. I covered legalese. He added flair. Like partners in crime, legal crime, he joked. Depth emerged in private talks. Feels like family, he confessed by a campfire. Never had that. Emotions swelled. My own voids filled subtly. Me too.
Kid.
Climax hit with a high-profile case. Another influencer defaulting. Alex tipped us off. Handle with care. We mediated. She kept her asset. Reformed. Your influence, I told him. The ending wasn't dramatic takedown but uplift. Alex bought a modest truck outright.
No lease.
Earned it. His final message, thanks for the lesson. Humility's the ultimate comeback. In the spring thaw, I drove the highways. Wind in my hair. No revenge, just growth. The West's vastness taught us both. From ashes, new paths rise.